Hi, Allie. Good to see you.
Hi,
too.
Allie.
Hi. It's good to
Can
see
y'all
you
hear
guys.
me? I'm trying to type in the chat and talk.
You're not allowed.
So
See
if
it.
it hadn't been for the Stephen Avery case for Brendan Dassey making a murder, I would never have known Mystic Jinx and Nosy. So everybody knows that's where a lot of these people came from that are doing research on the Don Lewis case from this stuff. But
Whatever. I'm a stalker. You would have known me at some point, so deal with it. You're stuck with me forever.
yeah, alrighty then. Whatever.
I
All right, so
mean, what? I speak truth. What?
uh-huh.
She's like, I'm fangirling on you. And I'm like, let's go to bed together.
What?
And we did
You
on the
and
first night.
you and Jinx or who?
Yep.
Yeah.
What? You guys are that must have been in Wisconsin, right?
My piggy toes were all in her face,
Oh
and
my
her
gosh.
piggy toes were all in my face.
And here goes. I
The
apologize in
snoring was
advance.
really loud. I had to turn around.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. I'm not gonna talk no more.
You know,
I won't say what we did at the rally house. Those things are still in there.
Hey,
there
I've seen some videos of dancing with balls, so
I will
Things
just
we
tell you
allow
that
on video.
I've
it's
lost
already out there.
I've lost control, everybody. I'm just gonna tell you.
Tambourines, bang, bang, bang.
There's nothing I can do, people. I've lost control.
Look, you chose us, okay? You
Yeah,
chose
that's
to
right.
love us. That's all I'm
I'm gonna
saying.
need more than just this right here. And hey, 7 pairs of panties is in the chat.
I
Hey,
know.
Seven Bears.
I'm so like, oh my god.
Seven Pop.
I know. I actually I asked 7 pairs to come join, and 7 pairs said I'm not special enough to be on the channel. There's so many
Okay,
other
You get on
people.
there.
when I
Yeah,
see
Take that
her,
link.
she's
yeah.
gonna get a tackle hug. I'm
Hey,
just saying,
yeah,
she's
they're just like I'm not like there's so many other people
fuck.
that are so much better than I am. And I'm just like, what are you talking
If it
about?
wasn't for her, who would I have been able to stalk outside of Jinxie and all you other people? I mean, 7 pairs of panties, just the name alone got me intrigued.
Along with everybody else.
The fact that I thought she was a dude for a whole year, no big deal.
Same.
I always knew she was a girl, and she was always trying to get me on Reddit, and then I got on Reddit and got banned in a week.
Me too, thanks to J-Jax. God, I didn't even know the rules, and he was like, "You're gone. See ya."
Okay. Hey, let me show you this video. And like Linda, we're gonna bring Linda on. I think she's over there crying. But Linda,
Yeah.
you know I love you. What are you talking about? Linda thinks that, and I'm not kidding you. There's a lot of YouTubers that I like, but Linda is one of my favorites. And Linda, I when I say that, I'm not joking. Like, I love what you do. I love what you stand for. She always says, "Oh, he said." I'm not kidding. I kid you not. Yeah, Michelle's asking, "Where's the Rolling Rock?" My beer's empty, but every now and then, I have this beer machine that will bring me one. We'll see if it works tonight. But hint, hint.
My beer machine is 2 legs.
All right, let me play. Let me play this video, and I want to know what you guys think. It's gonna
Sipper
last. It's gonna last about three minutes, and then yeah, let me play it, and then let's talk about it. You guys are gonna get mad.
No.
How are you calling Howie?
If you
Muting.
talk, it might echo, but I'm gonna play about 3 minutes of this.
In the order that it happened.
This is Brendan Dassey explaining what happened.
Yeah, what you guys did to her.
We had sex with her,
Okay.
then he stabbed her.
And who stabbed her?
He did,
Who's he?
Steven.
Okay. And then what?
Then I cut her throat,
Okay.
and He choked her and I cut off her hair.
Okay. So he choked her after you cut her throat.
Mhm.
You gotta show me, like, on your throat where you cut her.
Like right here.
How deep?
Just as long as the knife went through.
With your fingers, show me how deep you went into her throat.
I'll go like that much.
I mean, like this, like that, like that,
Oh,
like that.
Like that.
About that far.
When Steven stabbed her, tell me again where he stabbed her.
Like right here.
How far into the knife go?
Again, with your hands if you can.
About like that.
Okay. And then tell me how he choked her. Where was he when he choked her?
On the side of the bed.
On the side of the bed?
With your hands, show me what. Pretend that her neck is there, whatever. Show me how you did it.
Like this.
How long?
About 2-3 minutes.
He must have had a lot of blood on his hands then, huh? How did he get that off his hands?
Washing it off
Where?
in the sink.
Which sink?
In the bathroom.
Did he wipe any blood up with anything?
Just that paper towel that he dried his hands with.
After you cut her throat, was she still alive?
Thank you.
Barely.
And how do you know that?
Because she was breathing like a little bit.
All right, I'm
When
going
do you
to
think
stop
she
it right
quit
there.
breathing?
I'm going to stop it right there. When you work these cases, and I know you guys are mad. Allie's probably crying. All right, he says that she was stabbed, her throat was cut, hair was cut, and all that. And everybody that's looked at this case saw the video of the bedroom of that trailer. I mean, how in the world does all of that stuff happen that Brendan confesses to, and then there's a bed that has no blood or DNA evidence? How's that happen? How's that possible?
It is.
It's
It is-
not.
There is too much blood the way that he described stabbing in the heart, cutting your throat. That artery in the throat, doesn't that like spurt out and stuff? There'd be splatter all over the place.
Right. There would be blood everywhere. And even the lame ass detective said Stephen must have had a lot of blood on his hand. How did he get it off? They would have found blood everywhere, but there was no blood in that bed. I mean, I don't know where the video is, but I did do a video where I talked about where's the blood. You know, there were so many things, but Allie, what do you think? Do you think
Well-
what Brendan confessed to happened?
No,
I
I
can't
saw, of course, I did the entire, all of them, not just the March 1st one, but all the way back to the very, very beginning where they very first talked to him. I went back and found where each one of these events, where they said it first or they made him guess until he said it, to show that didn't happen. Clearly that didn't happen. Obviously, none of that happened. There's no evidence of it. But of course, and then I did the video with the bed, just with my fingernails, showing how easy that wood gets scratched.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it with your fingernails. You're definitely going to have scratch marks from somebody trying to fight for their life, getting stabbed,
Right.
cut, raped, tearing
And
the
speaking-
shit out of that bed. And it's not there.
Speaking of scratch marks and bruises, because Allie, I know that you looked into someone a lot. Matter of fact, it's 10:40. All right, I'm just gonna ask you flat out, Allie.
No, I
'cause,
didn't.
I mean,
show him that.
I
I
think,
didn't do it.
I mean, who do you think did it? In
I
your
think-
opinion?
I think the person that had the day planner is my number one person of interest, suspect, someone to talk to. That
Okay.
person's got answers that he can only give. Like he's the only one.
All right. So some people don't know about the phone calls that he made with the day planner. Um, I mean, I know you have a lot of information. Matter of fact, I know someone from Kathleen's team actually has talked to you about the case as well. So, what happened with the day planner? Like, it was in Teresa's car,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And then how someone ended up with that day planner?
Yeah. Ryan. the
Her
ex-boyfriend.
ex-boyfriend. The ex-boyfriend ended up with the, and then what'd he do with it?
He used it to call a number that was on the day planner, who he believed was Stephen Avery. It was a man called Steve Speckman, and accused him of having something to do with her disappearance an hour after she's reported missing. So, how he got that information that she
Like-
saw Stephen Avery that day is very interesting, because no one knew that she had seen him that day at that
But
time.
he knew. Like he knew.
Like magic. He knew.
I mean, I don't know. The chat, I mean, everybody, or a lot of people are like, RH, yeah, I thought so, blah, blah, blah. All right, I have a question. Well, let's get to the scratches. Because I know you looked into all this stuff with Ryan, but did he have
Ooh.
did he have scratches on his hand or not?
Oh yeah.
He did.
Boxer fractures.
Yes. And the bruises there. Yeah.
Yep.
So he had
Bruises as well.
scratches and bruises on this part of his hand.
Yeah. His pinky and along the palm, the side of the palm. And the
Are
deep
we
scratches in the
only
thigh.
are we only talking about Ryan's scratches?
No, we can talk about others, but what I want to do is, I want to look at actual evidence, because we know the confession was false. We know that. We know the bones were not burned in a bonfire. I mean, just this stuff that we've talked about tonight. I mean, we could prove to a jury those burns were not burned in a burn pit. She was not killed in that bedroom, because there was no blood in there whatsoever. The day planner, that's a hard one for me to get past. I mean, and Ryan did have it. I mean, he ended up with the information off of that day planner. But if we're going to talk about someone else that had scratches, how do we get from Ryan being involved to someone else being involved? Like, here's my, and I
Nope.
love that there's action on the case, that there's information coming out. But if you go back and you look at the numbers with eyewitness accounts on wrongful convictions, it's like 90 some percent. It's a gigantic amount. Like, eyewitness accounts are like the worst thing ever. And that's the problem I have is, I don't know if I can believe an eyewitness or not. I mean, like, what's his name in Columbia, Missouri? Ryan, the kid that Kathleen got off.
Ferguson.
Ryan Ferguson. Yeah, there was an eyewitness that identified him and the other guy also in that case. And then, of course, we learned later that wasn't true. So if Ryan is involved somehow, how would we connect Ryan and Bobby? Right? How do we connect those two? Because you can't have it both ways. I mean,
I have my own personal 3 miles left field theory. But yeah, no. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I think that as someone whose family is from an extremely small town, smaller than where all this happened, so many people recorded, there are so many people that potentially saw the RAV4 at the turnabout, right? There's like, I think there's like 7 to 9 people that say they saw it. There's like a lot.
Mhm.
And as far as the planner goes, Jinxie always fucks me up on this.
Well,
Project.
there goes my ad revenue. Damn it! No, I'm kidding.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
I'll send you $20. Whatever. Shut up. So I think that there are a couple of possibilities of how Ryan came across that planner. You know, so many people saw the RAV allegedly by the turnabout. There's no reason why Ryan couldn't have been out looking for her. And I know, I see that too. Thanks, Mill.
Come on, man, you're killing me.
I know.
Billy.
Give it to the foundation.
I really appreciate it, and I will donate that to the Richard McAdam
Yeah.
Foundation. That's very generous, Millbilly.
I know.
That really is.
Yeah. You're nice. His niceties or whatever. Anyways, I feel like with as many people that allegedly saw the RAV on the turnabout, I feel like there's no reason that Ryan couldn't have been out looking for her like other people were and stumbled upon the RAV, maybe got startled, saw her planner, took it. When he, took it, locked the RAV, whatever. If we go according to KZ's theory, then if Ryan nabbed the planner at that point or whatever, I mean, the RAV could have been unlocked at that time. There's just so much speculation that surrounds it, and there's so many, I think, possibilities. I feel like Ryan fell into it.
But he would have, like, if he was calling someone an
It's
hour
hard.
after, he called someone an hour after she went missing, right?
It was actually only 30 minutes. Right,
Reported.
Jinxie?
After she was reported missing.
Jinxie?
Wait, who are you talking about?
Ryan.
I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't believe the day planner was ever in her car.
That too.
Is showing when she's at her computer planning out her day. She's doing a MapQuest thing to zippers from the first appointment at like 10:40. So 4 minutes later, there's no wait, or 4 minutes earlier, she was not in her car. Her pings are showing her at home, all the way up to Speckman. I do not see Speckman's call on Ryan's phone record. I believe it was Scott Plodorn who called Speckman, not necessarily Ryan. So I kind of am a little, I don't know.
For my 2 cents, the comment Ripper that you have highlighted, I've heard that before, that Ryan was stalking her, and I don't think that that's like far-fetched, but in my opinion, if Ryan were to have stalked her and followed her to Avery property, that means that he would have had to have accessed her voicemail before. He would have had to have followed her, spent the night with her, had some sort of indication of like where she was going. But we all know that
something.
She didn't get Steven's request until after the
morning.
fact.
But he says in his testimony that he saw her in front of her computer the last time.
Yes.
In the front of her computer, we can put her in front of her computer at 10:30 at night, the night before, or earlier the next day. So is it possible that he knew that she was going to Zippers if he was there that morning of Monday? That was the only appointment on that fax that he could have seen. And when I think Colburn calls in the plates, and he's saying, hey, I'm sitting in front of Zipper's house, and then Remaker goes, did you call those plates in yet? And it's like, yeah, I think the car was more by Zipper's. I still think Zipper was the last appointment.
So I'm down with I'm down
I
with
still am.
I'm down
I'm
with the
still
rabbit
not on the.
holes. But if
Yes.
you make me go down the rabbit hole,
Here's the one thing, whether it was Scott or Ryan that made the call, the girl that was there, Kelly, I can't remember. I think that was her name,
Pitson.
Kelly.
Kelly
Yeah,
Pitson.
she's the one that said Ryan used the day planner to make a call to see if they had seen Teresa.
But
And
if
that's-
you look at Ryan's calls,
Yeah, it wasn't him.
I
I thought it was Scott Plodorn, and even Kathleen Zellner, I thought, mentioned that in her 100 questions to the Kilters. Wasn't that one of the questions?
It was, I believe, I don't know what phone was used, but it was the phone number that they gave led back to Scott.
oh, I
The,
didn't know that.
Steve Speckman called Auto Trader to complain about this call, and he gave them the phone number and said that her roommate is the one that called accusing him of stuff and he didn't appreciate it and all that. So that's all like this police report, this police report, to put it all together that Ryan's the one that made the call, because the friend Kelly is the one that said she saw Ryan make the call.
I did
Even
not
though-
know that. I had no idea about that. And
And
So
side
was
note,
Ryan using Scott's phone?
Maybe. I don't know whose phone got used. The number wasn't given on the police report. It was just given from the Auto Trader. Or
I thought Kelly Pitson said Scott Dorn was the one who gave her, or that it was on her desk. Scott Plodorn found it on her desk.
Yeah, it was. She said that Ryan gave it to her, which is why I just, Ryan Scott doesn't even matter. Whoever it was that actually made the call said that they were her roommate, and wasn't Ryan's phone that was used. It was also at a really strange time. Like if you look at Ryan's call logs or something, he should have been in his car, like maybe just arriving when that call would have been placed
what date?
on
The third, I would think it was the third.
The third, sorry. Yeah, the
Yeah,
third, right after
Ryan's
she was reported
Ryan's
missing.
phone calls really they what's the word I'm looking for? They muster up a lot of questions for me.
Me too. But
Me too.
the biggest thing, I guess, the clue for me would be that whoever made that call had information that nobody could have had at the time. It was so close to her being reported missing. Auto Trader didn't even know that she had met with Steven specifically. That's the thing. So whoever made that call believed they were calling Stephen Avery, accusing him of having something to do with her disappearance. I know she was out at your property taking pictures that day. So how would they know that? Nobody knew that.
I did not know
For
anything
me,
about that.
it's kind of similar, like the Uyghur report. Like he's talking about this number that's Bijanda's in the beginning, and then he goes on talking about these numbers, and then when he's talking about the friends making the phone calls to people, that's when he put the call list to Avery in his November 3rd report. And that to me shows that the friends kind of led him in that direction.
Yep.
Because then even after that, he tells Colburn to go over there and, see who this is and see who that is. And Colburn says, well, that number lists to Barb Janda's husband. So to me, it looks like the friends told him that it was Avery.
That's
And
right.
how would they have known that so early on? Yep.
Exactly. That's just another piece of how did they know that? They could not have known that. There's a lot going on over there that needs to be explained. For sure.
Yeah, I agree. I'm still on that number one suspect as well, so.
Whether she was still at home and she left it there, or he got it out of her car, either way, he still had information he couldn't have possibly had, whoever it was. Someone in that house has information that they need to, be questioned correctly, thoroughly, and not like a witness, but more like a potential suspect.
It's kind of like Scott Plodorn being told by I believe it was Kirby, the private investigator for Kathleen. It's like, we're going to name a suspect. And then he's like, Ryan? It's kind of like
Yeah.
the same little thing there.
Yeah.
I think they knew it was Avery before it was Avery. He knew it was Ryan before he even said it was Ryan. I think that's telling too.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. Sorry, I got distracted because of what Mill Billy did, and you guys don't have to do that. I appreciate it. I really do. So what I did while they were talking, hold on here. Let me do this here. Here, screen, here, there. All right, so I just donated the $175 to the Richard McAdam Foundation. So everybody, thanks for the donations. You don't have to do that. Down at the bottom, if you go to PayPal, there's an email down there that you can use to donate directly over there. Mill Billy, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Sean Maroney, thank you so much. Jamie, thank you. Cheshire Mercury, thank you. So I took it all and I put it over there. Now, Super Chat does take like 30% out, and then I have to pay taxes on it, but I'm okay with that. I'm good because I know that it would it will go to something good. So everybody, thank you so much for doing that. That was really nice. Yeah, and Jamie, that's fine too. It's all good. I mean, I do the same thing because I donate to people through Super Chat because it's just so easy to do. So I do the same thing. So I'm not complaining at all.
Just say something real fast?
No, you've talked enough. How do I mute her mic? No, I'm
I'm
kidding.
going,
Go
look,
ahead.
I know where you live. I'm going to come bust you in your kneecap.
All right, yeah, go ahead.
I just would like to say, Henberry, don't be shit talking to me.
Oh, this isn't the place for that. Were you trying to get in a fight with somebody?
No.
Jiminy Christmas. Here we
She'd
go.
love to wrestle him.
Oh gosh.
Look, internet husband, don't be talking shit in the chat, okay?
Oh Lord.
Internet husband.
All right, I'm going to pull up another video that Ripper did. And I want to talk about this. Oh, actually, I think I have it here. I do. Shut up, Nosy. Hold on. I have it here. I want to know what you guys think because I did make the T1. T1. Hold on.
I just read his stuff.
Hold on.
Linda K, back up off my man.
Oh Lord. Okay, hold on. Oh. Oh, I love that guy. I'm not kidding you. Oh man, I think the Jack Daniels is starting to hit me. I gotta stop drinking.
Oh my God.
All right, hold on. I have it right here.
I'll be right
All
there.
right, hold on here. Yeah, T1, thank you so much for the IOUs. I appreciate it. I'm gonna wait before I donate that though. All right, this video right here, I think. Oops, hold on. Let me fast forward. Oh my God, I forgot about these. This is so long ago. I think you all, is it echoing on your all's end? Are you guys all right? Because I didn't turn the volume on.
Nope.
All right, so this was an interview that Channel 2 in Wisconsin did. And during this interview...
Ew.
During this interview on
the key is on the counter.
Right. Yes. Right. Hold on. I'll stop it and I'll zoom in here in a second.
I have gotten a lot of shit for this fucking video. I mean, freaking video. I'm sorry, Ripper.
Go ahead.
And I did do a sent to my photographer friends. They did all the different lighting. Yes, the zoom in. I was told it was a rubber spoon, so I went and did the research on rubber spoons that were distributed or manufactured that year, and not one spoon that I came across matched what that is. I'm not saying it's the key. I'm just saying the
Now,
photos I have do not match any
now
of the rubber spoons that were manufactured that year.
you see right there what I'm doing. I'm superimposing my picture of the key on top of it
Hmm.
with the key and the lanyard, right? So what I did was I just took that picture that they had in evidence and I put it on top of that over there on the counter. And it's a pretty dang close match. I mean, that's a pretty big coincidence that that spoon matches that over there. Let me go back just a little bit. I forgot about doing all this crazy stuff. I was so obsessed.
Yes, and
Aren't we all?
if you do like the inverted lighting, you can see the variations of like the material, like whether it's rubber versus metal versus fabric versus whatever. If you go through all the different filters and variations of lighting, you can see that. You can see, I have the pictures, I can post them wherever, but you can see that in the inverted lighting there's a ring there. There is something circular there between the rubber part of the key and the lanyard, and I have fully believed that for 2 years.
Hey, good night, Tracy. Thanks for being here. All right. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I just thought. I mean, I don't know. Look, to me, it's quite a coincidence that. I mean, yeah, I forgot about doing this, but what's her name? What it